constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on this ship. It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
So, here we are. Let's talk. We didn't believe anyone would be out here, but I'm glad for it. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communicating. But since you're so they haven't. And it sounds promising that they said... You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim, given their presence. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate... When we left Earth, we had assumed that we were the only ones attempting a generational journey. Regardless, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, according to his records, no one took it seriously when he fought, given humanity's lack of... Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, even if we had another our people have no... Yes, of course. If need be, we can, but initially I'd like... Let me know how they respond. We thought about it, but it's... Sure, that will be difficult if someone... I'm serious, but as you're currently our only hope, perhaps you'll honor my request and...
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Just because our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down trouble.
Wow. I've heard about you, but here you are.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something.
Hey there. Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out.
I wonder what it's like out there beyond the little community.
Just stay out of trouble. Off right away, or do you need a little bit of time?
Something on your mind? And is it hero work?
This is your 8th visit to our resort. Your repeat patronage is much appreciated.
There are so many activities I'm looking forward to doing, but I'm just having a good time relaxing.
Don't worry about us. We're just here to keep the peace.
Paradiso Security is only here for your safety.
Excuse me, you... Oh, you're the one... Sure.
Your safety is our #1 priority.
I just feel that we should be focusing on the
Make some
natural
time for
beauty
you,
of this
but
planet,
keep it quick, yeah?
not our amenities.
I am. But given the circumstances, I'm gonna cut to the chase. You like that? But you're right. So, tell me. Well, that's... Shame we can't just... Now, tell me, what...
We could offer to resettle them here. There's more than enough space.
They could stay here, temporarily, but it'll cost them. Quite a bit, too. They'd need to work off all their debts before being allowed to leave.
Maybe not. What if we help them get out of here? Outfit their ship with a grav drive so they can find... We could even lend our engineers to help and give their captain an updated star map.
Sounds costly. We can't absorb that cost, and it's unlikely they even have compatible currency. Someone else would...
Oh, I swear this would be a lot easier if... We own this planet, they don't. Imagine the landscape. No, much better. And that's within your right. So, as... Oh, I didn't say that specifically. Of course, there's no telling. But this may say... And which proposal will you be taking? They'd be hard-pressed to defend their claim in any courts. Our charter goes back years. It was registered with both the UC and Freestar Collective, per the Centaurus Proclamation. We may be outside this... I'm sorry, but you're... Ah, good on you. You want to see him? He's the best in the... We'll coordinate up.
I know. Compared to the
Right. On behalf of...
What's not to love about this planet?
There are millions of planets out there. People can go to any one of them. The resort facility...
What on... This day, huh?
Please, let the concierge know if you need anything.
We've got something special here. We should embrace that.
Alarm's right.
Thank you.
We don't want you people to be on it. We'll do anything you can to eliminate the competition.
We've got some of the best private security in the settled systems.
ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived.
We've got strict rules around here. They're strict for a reason.
Now that we know what's out there, things are gonna be more interesting.
Hi, Captain. Good to see you.
We should swing by Hope to see if they have anything interesting for sale.
I don't want to hear you complain.
I can hardly believe it.
It's great to see you.
One hopes the best thing that happened.
Ron Hope certainly embodies the saying, spared no expense.
Keep an eye on your valuables. If you can't
Only 1 point. Okay.
Just 3 more to go until break.
Hope Tech needs. Sure, that sounds like. Oh, you should have just said that. Oliver sent a courier, so grab drives. Parts not cheap though. It's pretty. Perhaps not, but as much as I'd love to. I'm not sure about karma. You know, you're darn right at it. I recommend you. We'll send the part along. Pleasure working with you.
After you, Captain.
Careful waving that fancy gun.
Constant, peaceful ship. Don't change that.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
I have to say, with technology this outdated, I'm amazed this vessel is able to navigate at all. It's almost like walking through a museum. Brackenridge. That sounds so familiar. Something from history slates that I've read. Oh, I feel I should know who this person is, but somehow it's escaped my memory.
I wonder what else is out there.
I have a million burning questions, but how did you do it? Oh, I haven't even given you my name. And I'm a... Yes, of course. What grab drive? I've just received word that the... Great, great! First thing I need you to do is reroute the power from the port turbo pump to the auxiliary Then, last, got it?
Sure is nice to know there are other people. Out there.
People always appreciate the good engine. Something wrong? There are 3 things we need to do. Reroute the power from the port turbopump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. Something wrong? There are 3 things we need to do. Reroute the power from the port turbopump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. So long! Keeping a 200-year-old sheep run. Something wrong? There are 3 things we need to do. Reroute the power from the port turbopump to the auxiliary cryogenic radiator. Turn the plasma runoff inhibitor function to 5%. Decouple the magnetic flange pipe enclosures from the auxiliary module assembly. See you!
These are exciting times, aren't they?
Looks like everything is good to go, both your end and mine.
Just stay out of trouble.
We were never trained to address
No
threats
matter
coming
the
from
outcome,
outside
I
our
won't.
ship.
Well. The engineers, even. Thank you again for. Without you, I'll make sure people tell. I don't know if we can.
I'm worried about Jack.
I want to have someone from the outside.
Now that we know there are other people out there,
Hey.
Now that we know what's out there, it's going to be more interesting. The Constant is a peaceful ship. Don't change that.
Captain, where are we headed next?
Captain on deck.
Oh my god! I'm literally following in your footsteps right. It's so cool.
Glad to be a part of the team. Hello,
now. 3, 2.
I like to think of myself as your emotional support healer. Space. The blackest sea. Where shall we swim to next, O wise and formidable captain?
Akila City. I get it.
I get all kinds in here. Rangers, traders, locals. Take a look around. It's a good bet I've got something you need. Exhausted. Of course, that's... I also work with... Feels like I'm... Well...
Good work with the bartender. Won't be the last time you'll
I
be
want to do your
hustling
business.
information.
Take a gander.
Saw your ship come in. Nice ride.
So lot 37.
The building there needs work, but it could make for a very good home.
Any paperwork we need to file to clear it? Is it zoned for commercial use?
This is
Takes everything I've got to keep the Low House open. But it still doesn't feel like enough. Got a moment to hear about the Low House? It mean a lot to me, and to others. Good to know there's still some folks who can take an interest in the welfare of others. The Low House is a place where folks down on their luck can get a hot meal and a bed to sleep in. More importantly, they can do it with some dignity. No need to beg or steal. Everything's given with no questions asked, and no favors owed. I run the place. Have for years. But to do it, I have to rely on the kindness of others. Trying to, anyway. Look, it takes credits to... if you can spare. Thank you. I don't know if you... The Low House can only help the community because of generous donations. If you're serious, I'm drowning in work. Philbon Agricultural Systems feeds basically everyone in the stretch. Bless the Philbon brothers. But their latest IntelliWheat shipment is late. I'm not worried yet, but getting there. Could you ask Starfield what the holdup is? Very politely. This is a huge... If there's anything you... I'll have more work.
This doesn't really look like much of a zoo. More like a sideshow attraction. Let's be certain to stock up on some extra ammunition before we explore the wilderness around the city.
I really don't understand why Weston can't rein in his... If you're here for Weston, he's underfoot somewhere. Either... But please, if it... Oh, sorry. Weston, that... His brother, Philburn Agricultural. Seems those two... I mean, you're right. Well, you didn't come here to hear me natter up. I know, we're late. It's been this whole frustrating... But the guards aren't going to be able to send people to fix it for... We're committed to helping the... You would do that? If you get it rebooted, I'll get the harvest going ASAP. We can get the wheat to Amira. I'll talk with my husband. Just...
To Venus? Goodbye. Only 1 point. Talk to you later.
You really gone through with it?
I can tell you.
Nice suit.
We warn them about the ash. We got a big old sign. Danger. If they open Best you stay inside. If not, your funeral.
The emergency fund's empty, so please, hurry. That is good news. Oh, that makes... Aren't they outside the walls? Wait, please, don't... I hate to ask. Everything runs on... A new face may... It's touch and go. Too little, and... So, the mayor, Elias Raisha Lance is a... Both of those are routine. The last is a lot. If you could convince... You are a breath of... Once you're done with... Thank you for your time.
Could I get the digital copy of the things I buy here?
The Raider makes some of the most dependable firearms money can buy. If they're good enough for the Freestar Rangers, they should be good enough for us.
The finest folk in the settled systems make their home right here. Good to meet you, friend. Name's Elias Cartwright. I'm the mayor of Akila City. Now, I've got a memory for faces, and I can't say I've seen yours around here before. I make it a point, as the founder himself. You're more than welcome. As I'm sure you know. I like to think that's what... We don't rely on much. I won't pry. However, I'd be more than... Ah, you must... It's home to the largest and oldest cantina in town. As mayor of the city, the freeze... I like to think that means... I have to say... The core is the oldest district and represents the original the descendants of the original settlers still... Frank's just the latest owner of the old but it's been a problem since the Hosono family... There's no wrong that can't... And hence, well... I was right to talk. The last Hosono, by all accounts, she packed up and just... It didn't take long. A lot of folks thought that... So I need some... I swear I'll honor her... And if it happens to... You are a Zahar's farm. I don't want this whole sort... Be careful. Like I said, what day is it? Oh, shoot! I forgot. I'll send over my usual monthly donation to Amira. She truly is. There may be a... I'll talk with Amira later. I didn't mean to cause any problems. Between thwarting, you have the city's thanks. A genuine pleasure talking to you.
Rock might have some work for someone like you.
SSNN says that some are getting worse.
I run the branch's special accounts.
What brings you to the trade? Do you have business with the Trade Authority? The Trade Authority has a firm policy of, we're neutral in... The Trade Authority's I'm done discussing. You have a great day.
You meet all sorts in Akila City.
Please, let me know if I can be of service. Oh. So Amira has some help? Laredo Fire. I'll send Justin over. Well, if the Rangers think the Low House needs more help, I'll tell Amira that Laredo is ready to help the community more. Is there anything else you want to talk about? Come back
So we had to
anytime.
clean up the graffiti on the range again. Why don't we just close it down?
Aquila's one
It's
of
not
the
like it gets
oldest...
My boss says that if I
I'm honestly just appalled that anyone would do that. In public.
Akila City is way...
Be careful. It's easier than you think to pull a muscle in a high-gravity
Cartwrights have been
environment like
donating
this.
to the Low House for generations. And Raisha increased her No word from the Trade Authority. I like to believe everyone is capable of it. You are far too modest. Sarah Philborn gave me these credits to give to you. You more than deserve it. And people, I have one more thing for you to do. This is part of the Intelliwit harvest. I want you to see the fruits of your labors.
I actually met a guy who finished the Red Mile. He lost it. Amira said to it, you have... Over here, Enik. On behalf of...
You want to stop here for a drink? I can assure you there are much nicer and safer establishments in